Hello class, my name is Audrika Hill, and I will be discussing the importance of post-test discussions, the elimination of test items, and developing a test bank. At the end of this module, the student in the Master's Prepared Nursing Program will be able to identify the following objectives: discuss the benefits of post-test discussions, identify situations that warrant eliminated test items, identify information used to develop a detailed test bank. We have all had that experience in nursing school where the instructor administers a test, and after everyone finishes, the students usually go out to the hallway and we sit on pins and needles waiting for the instructor to call us in so they can discuss the post test. Students experience a mix of emotions during this time. Some even develop anxiety and frustration just listening to other students talk about multiple test answers. According to Orman and Gaberson, post-test discussions involve giving students feedback about results, which helps reinforce learning, correct misinformation, and solicit input of improvement of test items. Post-test discussions take considerable amount of planning on behalf of the instructor to avoid being ambushed by students and getting involved in a heated debate. The following suggestions will help instructors develop a positive way to discuss post-test items. To prepare students for the post-test discussion, explain to them that this is an opportunity for learning. Let students know that as an instructor, you have their best interests, and the focus is on enhancing their learning abilities and for them to be able to retain information for future use. The instructor should take considerable amount of time to focus on low difficulty index answers and allow students to discuss why they chose the wrong answer. This method can help enhance the instructor's method and improve test taking skills. It is also important to explain to students how the tests were actually graded. This can be accomplished by analyzing each individual test item and interpreting scores. When evaluating if an item should be eliminated, the instructor should complete an item analysis to assess the quality of the test. During this time, when we discuss eliminating or looking at should answers or should partial credit or something be given, this can be the time where it leads to a heated debate between students and instructor because they are trying to get points or either partial credit for something. The teacher is then assigned the task to evaluate the test for flaws versus unintended questions. A properly prepared test is unlikely to have flaws, but when students pose eliminating items, the instructor should be able to use the difficulty and discrimination level of a test. An example is carefully examining the question and the answer options for correct responses. The teacher could evaluate the wording of the test. The teacher can evaluate what was taught in the lecture versus textbook. The teacher can also look at the answer key to make sure that there are not any flaws in it. But when faced with dealing with a difficult student, the instructor can also decide to meet that student in person, one-on-one. The instructor can also store and manage a test bank for testing. It can be a database on computers with storage, which has password protection to prevent hackers and sometimes students from getting access to this information. The use of the test bank should be based on the quality of the exam, purpose for testing, student characteristics, and emphasis on the content. Instructors can also use a commercial software to and sort the tests according to difficulty index for future use. For student success in the classroom, anytime you're doing post-test discussion, to avoid any type of embarrassment, always show empathy and respect the privacy of the student. Always leave the test face down so that other people cannot see the student scores. And the instructor should also ensure that booklets and all tests are taken up to prevent a student from copying, and also avoid the use of pens and pencils for review. And that is the end of the discussion. Thank you.